Welcome back to the VST channel, guys. This video is not about my cat. The day after I did fully reset my phone. So, if you don't know, I sideloaded all the 9 betas on my S23 Ultra and then also the stable update. But then I decided to back up my phone using Smart Switch and an external hard drive. I did it there. You can check my video, by the way, if you want to know how you can back up your information on external hard drive. And today, guys, that's my first real day using the phone inside, outside, 4G, 5G, and also on Wi-Fi. And I want to share with you the battery results. So right now, as you can see, it's already 13:16, guys, and I have 63% of a battery. So I want to go inside the battery and show you what has happened. So today I've taken my phone not so early in the morning because it's Sunday. So this is somewhere like 6:39 minutes ago. So I stopped charging almost like 7 hours ago. This is all the applications that I use. I use Facebook, Viber, and I'm gonna click here on view all the details so you get a full idea. Viber always on display. Telegram. And now, guys, I think the moment of truth is I'm gonna go click here and we can see that the battery usage 53%, which is weird, but you know, like One UI 6 just changed the way these things are calculated. But the screen time is 2 hours and 40 minutes. All right, so I still have 62% of a battery, and you can just see this is the moment that I charge my phone. Right in the night, I'm using here a wireless stand. I did also some calls, but not so much. And in the end of the day, this is the usage right now, and it's almost 2 p.m. So right now, technically, I should be able to make the full day. But let's see what is going to happen. I'm going outside right now, so I'm going to go back to 4G. I'm going to go outside the city where the reception is not so strong. I'm going to use my camera. So let's see how much will I get when the phone is at like 10-15%. And remember, guys, this here is a real test. I'm not doing anything else that I would not do on a normal day after my phone has been freshly resetted. All right, I'm now in the car with my navigation. I have now 57% of the battery. I'm going to use it for probably an hour for 40 kilometers, and we're going to see how much battery I have after this. 15 minutes driving and I'm down from 57% to 54%, which is not that bad. 30 minutes driving, 40 kilometers, and I'm now left with 50% of a battery, which means that I only lost 7% for half an hour using Waze GPS with the stable One UI 6 freshly resetted. It's almost 5 p.m. and it's time for me to check the battery situation. So I'm left with 30% of a battery, and it's time to check the most used application. Facebook again, they are always on display. We have some Viber here. We have also Waze. Remember, I did 40 kilometers driving for half an hour. It only took 3% of a battery. So right now, it seems that it's possible for me to go back home and still have some juice in my phone. And remember, the phone is still learning my usage pattern, so technically it should even improve with time. But the reality is 5 p.m. and I still have 38% of a battery. In the last 4 hours, I'm only using it on mobile data. It's time for another check. It is almost 6 p.m. and I have 33% of a battery. So let's just see which apps consumed most. We have Viber, we have Facebook. The always on display consumes a whooping 4% of a battery. I'm now left with 30% of a battery and I'm going for another 40 kilometers, probably half an hour of Waze navigation, which means that the display is going to stay on and the phone will use GPS. It's almost 7 p.m. and I'm still left with 24%, which is just simply amazing. And it's time to check again the battery consumption. So, as you can see, 24% still left. We have screen on time 4 hours and 40 minutes almost, and you can just see here I did not charge the phone. Now what is impressive is that I was using 1 hour of GPS navigation, which means that I'm using the phone display all the time with the GPS antenna. For 1 hour of GPS navigation I only lost 5 to 6% of a battery, and the always on display is almost 5%, but I'm still left with 24% of a battery, and I still need to do some testing to be able to fully complete my test and show you the full result. It's 7:50. Oh! Sorry guys, I just jumped in a hole, but that's the real battery test case. It's 7:15 almost and I still have 21%. So that's very usable result. This here is the statistics, almost 5 hours screen on time. This is the real usage. And again, it's fascinating to see that more than 1 hour of vase usage only got me 6% of a battery, and the always on display 5%. But now the big question is, am I able to reach 6 hours screen on time? Because I know a lot of you are going 6, 8, 9, 10 and etc. Well, this here is my real usage. It's 7:43 p.m. and I'm back home with still 19% of a battery left, which just by itself alone is really a win. Now have in mind that my phone has been freshly factory resetted yesterday, so it's still learning usage patterns, which means that potentially it will even optimize the performance. But what is important right now is to understand how much screen on time I did have for this almost like a day usage. 5 hours and 2 minutes and still 9 minutes left. And I want to show you guys something that really drew my attention. I was using Waze, the GPS navigation with the screen on, GPS antennas in charge on mobile data. And for 1 hour and 70 minutes on screen, guys, this only lost me 6% of the battery. The always on display, the whooping almost 5%. So technically, if you want to save on some battery juice, you might as well want to turn off the always on display or just make it available when you tap on the screen. Then I have Facebook, then 40% for system UI, then of course 3% for One UI Home, a bit for Telegram, and also a bit on the camera. Now, of course, today I was not using my camera heavily, which would have resulted, I guess, in having less than 90%, but now let me start using some YouTube and socials. I'm back home with Wi-Fi and see if we're able to push this to 6 hours screen on time. So let me put some YouTube videos and run them for half an hour. This is usually what I do at home, believe it or not, are either watch YouTube videos or make them. So let's run this for half an hour and see how much battery I'm going to have. So as promised, in the next 1 hour, I'm going to be watching YouTube videos. And by the way, if you're here for the first time on this channel and you don't know about system hacks, you might as well want to sub. He is doing some great stuff, still 17%, and it's almost 8 p.m. And this is really huge for such a big phone with WQHD and 120Hz resolution. I'm already using YouTube for half an hour, and just now, as you can see, my phone dropped to 10%. So it's time to check the statistics again. View details here. So the first thing what is very interesting is that the screen on time is almost 5 hours and 30 minutes. And as you can see, I'm already using YouTube for 21 minutes. So I'm very confident, and I really hope that the phone will reach 6 hours screen on time and will be probably about 5%. It's almost 8:30 p.m. and I'm only left with 6%. But there is something important I wanted to share with you guys. I did not turn on my power saving. So usually when the phone goes below 20 or even below 10%, you have the option to turn on the power saving. Now, for the sake of this test, I didn't do so. 5 hours and 46 minutes screen on time. The Waze is still here. You can just see already almost 40 minutes on YouTube. So I still have 6%. And again, I'm not going to turn the power saving on, but I'm absolutely confident that the phone will reach 6 hours screen on time with mixed usage outside, sunlight, GPS, navigation, mobile data, and of course Wi-Fi at home. So technically really holding the whole day. It's a full day battery phone. And guys, that's it. The phone was on 1% battery, so I was rushing here towards my setup to record the final outro. So it probably did 6 hours screen on time, or at least was very close. So S23 Ultra, stable One UI 6, fresh from a factory reset, guys. 50% on mobile data outside, GPS navigation, 50% inside with Wi-Fi. So I would say that it performed quite nice. So I took it up from the charge at circa like 10 in the morning. So now it's 8:37. I would say technically it was able to survive one day. Thank you so much for watching. This is a real use case, a real battery test from my usage. So if you have other usage patterns, then yeah, expect to have other behavior, and please share your results below. Thank you so much for watching. VST over and bye.